Brand and ad industry news in brief now. Mark Tomlinson, co-founder of the Hello Computer Agency, has been selected as a judge for the mobile jury at the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity. It takes place in June. Other South Africans performing judge duties at the prestigious annual event will be FCB's Brett Morris for outdoor, Low Cape Town's Executive Creative Director Kirk Gainsford in the film category, and Ogilvy's Mariana O'Kelly for press. Now, for culinary enthusiasts, Food and Home Entertaining has launched a free app called Top 10 Bakes 2014. It's available on iTunes or Google Play Store. It features the top 10 trendy bakes by Smeg's in-house chef Stacey Lee Chan. Chan prepares each treat in a step-by-step video guide that will turn you into a domestic god or goddess. And as always, smack on the current affairs button. Nando's is out of the box with its Every Party Needs a Puppet campaign just before the election. Here's the thinking. The brand says if you think the leader of your party, or any other party for that matter, is behaving like a muppet, don't be a puppet. Tweet an open letter to them, tagged with the hashtag #HotOrNot. And says Nando's, to help you raise your game, it's putting party finger puppets on sauce bottles in major supermarkets nationwide, so consumers can fire up the election debate at their next party, braai or dinner and give politicians the thumbs up or the finger wag that they deserve. Finally this week, in the hotly contested hospitality business, it's all about brand differentiation. The Protea Fire and Ice Hotel Group seems to have found a fresh and fun way of attracting customers. The secret is to tailor-make hotels for specific demographics in different cities.
When Fire and Ice started, it was the perfect opportunity for us to bring a product into the market that at that stage in 2006, hotels were really generally cookie-cutter style hotels. Everything was the same. It was all modularized. Fire and Ice then came in to decide, let's shake things up. We saw the trend that the future travel is one that can be segmented into brand igniters who will take your brand further if you create the right experience, not only from a physical perspective, but also from a guest experience perspective. But the trick with Fire and Ice is not only about the physical aspect, it's actually really around the brand experience or the guest experience. What we deliver through guest service is what creates the biggest talkability, as opposed to just the physical attributes that have been presented in the actual hotel. When the hotel was designed, it was to create talking points. The talking points from a physical standpoint at Fire and Ice Cape Town was really around creating unique storytelling opportunities. The one is the Shark Cage lift and the Table Mountain lift, where we themed the elevators to take guests from the public areas up into their bedrooms. And it creates a huge amount of viral engagement. We always call it the Instagram effect. The nature of consumers today, everyone's on social, everyone's engaging as that channel, and they have huge connectivity in their network. So no better place to really engage with our customers. So give them an opportunity to share your brand, talk about your brand, but most importantly, listen to them in the social channel and see what they're saying. Other areas that we decided to also theme or create talkability was the public areas in terms of the unisex toilets. It creates a huge amount of engagement when anyone walks into this hotel. They're almost on the payroll because they take their own friends and say, I've got to show you the toilets, you've got to see these toilets. And we had 5 different toilets there, all themed to different themes. The one is the stage fright toilet, where you've got all these people looking at you and with mirrors around you, so it puts a lot of pressure on. There's another themed one where it's got pictures of 2 individuals who look naked, but when you move the tile away, the alarm goes off in the restaurant. So everyone kind of realizes that you've been looking, you took a peek. So those kind of things, along with the smoking room, which we call the coffin room, like you're coughing, we actually sit on coffins as the benches to smoke on, and when you look up to the ceiling, there's a picture of a priest and friends looking down into your grave. They're very controversial, very edgy, but they create huge talkability. And then the fish tank in the restaurant, just to keep the movement and the storytelling going. I think the trick is that storytelling and brand igniting cannot only be done in the physical design and product, because you don't have enough money, you don't have enough time to continuously change a product, and that's not sustainable. The sustainability is creating the happenings, the social engagement with your space. So creating the right events, DJ evenings, new food and beverage concepts. So when we opened Melrose, which was just before World Cup 2010, everyone thought they're just going to take the quirkiness of Fire and Ice Cape Town and put it up in Johannesburg, and Protea Fire and Ice Melrose will open up with shark cage lifts and themed bathrooms and all that stuff. But quite honestly, if we did that, it wouldn't be Fire and Ice. It wouldn't be in line with the brand genius of what Fire and Ice is, which is always pushing and bringing out new stuff and new relevant stuff. So for Fire and Ice in Melrose Arch was to say, how do we still remain relevant, quirky, different, but aligned to the area? And with Josie being all about glitz, glam, sexy people, we said no better theme, let's pull off the old Hollywood glamour theme. So when you go to the hotel, you'll notice that the glamour and the decor throughout celebrates old movie stars, Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, but it's got quirkiness to it. You still walk in and there's an oversized chandelier that you could never put anywhere else, but it's in the hotel. You've got wingback chairs that stretch 2 stories up in the lobby area. There's certain markets that enjoy it, certain markets that won't use it, and the reason for it is really because the hotel itself has always been based not on room size. And what I mean by that is that the rooms in these hotels are fairly small. I mean, they're minimalist by design, looking at anything between 15 to 24 square meters. The reason for the small rooms is not that we want to stack in as many rooms as we can. It's actually to say the social engagements of our guests and the type of person who stays here, being young at heart, is someone who likes to socialize and be out in the space. So the public areas in all these Fire and Ice hotels are very plush, got large areas that you can entertain, socialize, work. When you come into Fire and Ice, you think, wow, the crowd that stays here must be between 20 and 30 years old. But it's not that. And funny enough, the guest that stays with us, average age up to 42 years old. The Fire and Ice guest is someone who's just young at heart. They don't want the traditional brand experience or hotel experience. They want something edgy, something social, something that's going to engage them further. The trick is, how do you keep engaging with that person to keep the brand alive and to create a reason for them to talk about you? Quirkiness, humor, having communication with attitude, being bold and slick is what stands out from the clutter.
You can reach us on Facebook and on Twitter with your comments and suggestions. Next week on Mags on Media, a special episode as we sit down with the legendary photographer, Dr. Peter Magubane. Until then, goodbye and thank you for watching.
That moves. ENCA.com.